What up? Welcome back to Cool Kid TCG. We have a matchup today of Blue Buggy into Yellow Kid, into Piss Kid. We lost the dice roll. We're going second. Thinking about keeping this hand. It has a Crocomy Hawk. It has a Searcher. It has a Dofi. I kind of like that. Maybe it could bounce some things back. But yeah, liking this hand. We're going to keep it for going second. I'm just going to say it. This is one of my favorite matches I think I've almost ever played. We'll see how it goes. But he's going to start off with a tap one for a Luffy Searcher, search top 5 for a Supernova. He's going to be able to add a 7/9 Secret Law to hand. So we know he's going to be able to heal at some point. We're going to start off with a Cross Guild Searcher, search top 4. And we're only going to be able to add Searchers. So we're going to add the Galdino Searcher. And then we're going to search top 4 again. We could add a 10 cost or a 2K. I'm thinking about it, and I'm thinking in my hand, like I might need to add the 10 cost, I might need to add a 2K. I'm going to play it safe here and add the 2K. Potentially could have added the 10 cost, but yeah, another thing I could also play off of Crocomy Hawk that isn't the Buggy, because the Buggy I'd want to turn into a Mihawk. I don't have a Mihawk yet. He's going to swing 5 life, but in the meantime, he also played 1 for a Luffy Searcher and searched another with a Law, and then 2 for a Veggie, which is the bane of our existence. If we go to remove something, he can put it on a Supernova, he can put it on a life. We're going to tap 4 for a Alvita Cycler, draw 3, trash 2. So we're going to pitch a Crocomy Hawk and a Mihawk, because we already have some of those. We also hit his life for 1. He's going to swing 6 life. We'll take this one, no trigger. We get another Dofi. He's going to tap 4 for a Kikanoju and pass. Here's where a promo Buggy would be really nice to be able to shut off that promo Buggy, essentially neutralize it, but we're not going to be able to. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap 5, we're going to pitch the Dofi, we're going to play Crocomy Hawk, draw 2, trash 1. We can play the Alvita down off of it, but we can also go for the high roll play. We're going to pitch the Dofi of playing the Buggy into the Mihawk. Our hand size is huge. Let's do it. Let's play the Buggy down. We'll pitch an Alvita and we'll play the Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. And we can trash one of the Galdino Searchers. We still have a Galdino Searcher, which we will play down now. Again, a promo Buggy would be nice, but there's 2 10 costs here. We got to grab them. So we bottom deck 2 10 cost Buggies. We have 1 in hand. We can only realistically probably get 1 more. We spend 5 life. And he takes no trigger. He goes to his 7 Dawn turn, and here's where he's probably going to send down the Law, heal himself, make that Law a blocker, and just kind of lean on us from there. He swings 6 life. We'll give him the 2K. If he were to swing, he's gonna play the Law down, and then the Law he's gonna be able to show a Supernova. He shows us the other Law, adds it to life, puts it face down, gives a Arrested Dawn. If he turns that kid sideways, we're gonna turn our Mihawk sideways and immediately block. But things are kind of getting out of hand now, because I can't remove that Law unless I remove that Veggie first. So we're just gonna turn that sideways. And again, no promo Buggy, which would be really nice here to shut off that Kikanoju. We're gonna swing 5 life. He takes no trigger. We know it's the Law. We have to continually put pressure on him, because I know he's going to keep healing with those Laws. So I'm going to tap... we're going to lead our ability to play the Crocomy Hawk down. Pitch a Crocomy Hawk, draw 2, trash 1. Actually, I'm just going to hardcast that. Didn't lead our ability. And we're going to play that into an Alvita. Again, we're cycling. I'm thinking about what to pitch. We can pitch all these Buggies. We can pitch a Mihawk. We can pitch the Counter Searcher. Probably going to pitch the 2 Buggies. Still want to be able to search with the Cross Guild Searcher. We know there's at least 1 10 cost Buggy out there that we can probably get, because we did bottom deck 2, but we also have searched a lot, so potentially could push it back up. He is searching our trash. But yeah, I'm expecting here he's going to spam down another 7 Law. Heal again. And he's going to swing the 9 life. He swings the 6 life with the Kikanoju. Now he's going to take down the Law. He's going to, I believe, put an Apu on life, give Arrested Dawn to leader. He swings 6 life, and here's where I'm thinking whether to block or not. I'll give him a 2K. Now he's going to turn that Law sideways and attack, and we'll take no trigger, but we do get a 10 cost Buggy. He's going to tap down another bet for 2 Veggies. So now both of his Laws are protected, and he does make that 1 Law a blocker. So now here's where I'm thinking about, like, his board is pretty awesome right now. He can defend a lot of things. I need to get creative in how I do this. I have the two 10-cost buggies. I'm going to spend 5 life and see if he turns that law sideways, or see if he gives us any veggie blockers. But he's definitely not going to give us any veggie blockers. But at least we'll poke him with a 5, because we're going to play over both of these Alvitas. So we'll swing 5 life again. And he takes, no trigger. And then here's where I'm going to make the decision. I'm going to attempt to bottom deck both laws. Now he has 2 veggies, so he can protect both of them. Effectively, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stack those 2 laws onto his life. I'm going to heal him twice. But I'm also going to swing into the Kikinoju. I could potentially heal him 3 times. Because I don't want him to have that on board. He gives a 2k. I'm not going to swing the other Croc and Mihawk because, I'm going to leader ability. We're going to pitch the Cross-Guild Searcher, play a Buggy, attempt to bottom deck the Law. He's going to heal. And then I'm going to do the exact same thing again. And put the Law into his life. I'm going to swing another 7 into the Kikinoju and see if we'll... he gives another 2k. So we are getting his hand size down. We do have the Mihawk blocker. And we're going to pass it back to him. We're not going to swing 5 life. I could have swung the 5 life, I guess, but I didn't want to give him the immediate Law. He's going to tap 1 for a Luffy Searcher. Yeah, I guess I could have swung the 5 life, but then he would have just played a Law down immediately. And I kind of didn't want to give him the Law immediately. So now he's going to swing 9 into the 7. I could give 2 2Ks. I could give the Mihawk blocker. I could let it die. I have one already. I'm just thinking about this. What Dawn he has standing. He has 6 Dawn standing. I'm just going to let it die. And then he's going to put 5 Dawn and swing 11. Actually, he's going to swing 10. I'm going to give him 2 2Ks. And then he's going to tap 1 for the Apu blocker. It gains blocker because he has other yellow supernovas on board. So now we're going to swing into the Kikinoju. We're going to heal him. So now we've healed him effectively 3 times. I think he's at 6 life now. But his board is just blockers and searchers. So we can start, we're going to swing 12 life. The idea here is we're going to swing out our board. We might not swing the Croc and Mihawk. But we're going to put a lot of Dawn on lead and swing and play the Moji blocker down. And again, his board, the one card that's lit up is an Apu blocker, so it's just a chump blocker. We're going to swing 7 life. He takes, no trigger. And here's where I feel like we kind of have to start putting the gas on, make him use blockers, or, because... Like, I can't afford to just not attack anymore and not give him loss. My hand size is down too far. I'm just thinking whether I want to swing this Mihawk. I will swing the Mihawk. I'll swing a 7. He takes, no trigger. We get him down to 3 life. So we've gotten through the life. I think we've healed him. Now we're going to swing 11 life. He's going to give us the Apu blocker. Now we're going to play down the Moji blocker, and we're going to pass. We have 1 card in hand. It's a 1K. We do have the blocker. The effect of Moji is live. At this point, I'm expecting him to play the Law down. He could also don up big on the lead, but he's going to tap 8 for a kid. He gets to burn 1 of our life, so he burns the pudding. He's going to have 2 Dawn now. He's also going to get the cycle at the end of each turn. He's going to swing 5 life, and here's where I'm thinking... Do I give him the 1K counter? Instead, let's draw. We'll give him the blocker and draw. I don't want to go down to 1 card in hand in case I draw into another Buggy. And then he's going to flip the life up. It's an X-Drake and make that kid a blocker. He also plays an Apu blocker down. So now it's kind of looking rough here. Trying to think about what to do. We do have a Mihawk. We have a 2K. Thinking about the best way to go about doing this. Definitely going to put a lot of pressure on. I'm going to swing the Buggies out. But first, we're going to leader ability play the Mihawk. Draw 2, trash 1. We draw 2 Sables, so we're going to definitely pitch 1. Sable's kind of worthless at this point. We could bounce the veggie blocker back to his hand, but he's just going to play it the next turn. So now we're just going to think about whether to swing, what to swing. We have 5 Dawn standing. We have a 2K and a brick in hand. We're going to swing 7 life. He's going to tap 1 for a Red Hawk. He goes +3. Now I'm thinking about whether I think I'm just going to swing the Buggy, swing 12 life. Make him use the blockers or make him take hits. Swing 12 life again. We get the Apu blocker. We hit 1 life. And then now we're going to swing 10 life. But he does have the Kid blocker, so he can just turn that Kid sideways. And then 2K, which he does. He gives us the X-Drake he just got. And he's going to pass it back to us. And here's where I'm a little bit worried about losing, but I do have 2 blockers and I can take 1 hit, and the only real swings he has are the Kid and both Kids, like the leader. And so he plays a 7-cost Law down. He shows us an 8-cost Kid and stacks that on top of life, and then he gives Arrested Dawn to leader, so he still has 3 Dawn to play with. He's going to swing 9 life. I'm just thinking this through. He can swing another 9. He's going to swing 9 now for life. I'm definitely going to block. I'm just thinking about whether to give the counter to keep the Mihawk alive, and I definitely think I need to do that. So we're going to block, and I'm telling him I'm thinking on whether to counter, and I have to. I think I have to kill him this following turn, and it's going to be very tough. I need as many swings as possible. He has so many blockers. He flips open the Kid life, restands the Kid, makes it a blocker, and then now it's like I don't know what I'm going to do. And we Destiny drew, I don't know if you saw, a Gravity Blade, which is maybe the only path we had potentially winning the game. Now I'm reading the Veggie. Veggie does not protect himself and does not protect other Veggies. So I can Gravity Blade both those Veggies away. And then now I can go for game, I think. This is the only card I could potentially go for game. So I'm going to tap 7. Just really thinking this through. But yeah, going to tap 7, Gravity Blade both the Veggies. He just has the Kid blocker now, and he has 3 life, and I have to hit him 4 times, but I have a lot of swings. He has 3 cards in hand. I swing 7 life, and he's thinking this through. And he gives me 2K, 1K. And I'm like, okay. So now I'm thinking, like, all my swings need to go through now, besides the one that he's going to block with the Kid. And I have 2 12Ks. I'm not going to put any Dawn. I only have 3 Dawn to play with, so I'm just thinking about how I can do this. I could, for example, swing 7, 8, but I don't like the increasing numbers. I'm thinking about whether that card in hand is a 2K. I know the next card he's about to draw is a brick. But I think kind of my calculations are coming down to, is that card in his hand a brick, or is that card in his hand a 2K? And I think it's better to find out earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swing a 6 life right now. And if I swing the 6 and he counters out, I at least have the 2 blockers, and I could potentially try to get out of this. So I swing and he takes. And now at this point I'm thinking, okay, he just drew a brick. Now it's not a 2K, and even if it was a 2K, I can swing 7 life. And here's where I make a huge mistake. Well, maybe not a huge mistake. 0 cost event, and then the Kid. I'm like, I think I just lost. I think there's any way for me to win now. But yeah, so I didn't count on the 0 cost event, but at the same time, if I played around it and swung 8, I could swing 8. If that card was if the next life he draws, which isn't, but we talked about it later, the next card was a 1K counter, he could still counter out. So I think I did the correct move. Now I'm going to swing 12, and he gives me the Kid blocker, and I'm like, that's kind of interesting. But I'm going to swing 12 again. He still has the Law, and he triggers a Kikinoju. Then I'm just going to pass with 2 Dawn standing, and then he's going to swing 7/7, and he's got the game. So again, the lethal, I think that was just a fun puzzle. I think I played it as good as you could do it. It's unfortunate there was a 0 cost event. And again, I don't think, if I knew exactly what his hand was and what the math was, I would swing 8/8 because I knew that the next life was a Kikinoju, and then the 12s are going to go through. So I could have won that way. But I think the only way you would swing that way is if you knew what those cards were. And there's no way to know. I talked with him afterwards, and he's like, dude, I would have done the same exact thing you did. But yeah, this was just a really interesting, I think this was a funny game. I had a lot of fun even though we lost. Healing him with the 2 laws was definitely a decision. I think it was the right move, though. Get rid of those laws, establish the 2 12K bodies, and kind of just go from there. I feel like it's unfortunate that we didn't see a promo Buggy in time to shut off that Kikinoju, because he got an insane amount of value off of that. But at the same time, we got insanely lucky with the Destiny draw of the Gravity Blade. So we can't really complain. At the end of the day, this was a really fun match. Again, one of my favorites I think I've ever played. So thanks for tuning in. Let me know in the comments if they can do differently. Really appreciate you guys. See you next time.